TV. Semifinal game in the district, Class B at Rogers High School. We have South Christian against Wyoming Park. Coach, Wyoming Park had a tough struggle Monday night. South Christian got an extra day's rest. Any effect, you think?
Well, I think it can work both ways. Park's probably glad to get that game under their belt, to get their feet going, and to get that victory notched up, and looking forward to playing South tonight.
South Christian, the defending champs of this district, with a, 12-6 record. Wyoming Park, a little better record than what they have, but that really doesn't mean much at this point now.
I think South's at 14-6. I think they play a 20-game schedule. Both these teams are getting to the point where they become tournament veterans. South has been there several times, a state championship under their belt. Wyoming Park the last several years starting to get a good taste of moving through the districts and into the tournament run. So I think we got two pretty good tournament-tested teams.
Well, of course, South would love to go to the regional and get another shot at Muskegon Heights or one of those teams, which they had a very tough ball game last year, which eliminated them.
Oh, they had a great run last year, and going into that regional and losing that real heartbreaker to the Heights, there's no doubt about it, they'd love to get back, but they're going to have their hands full getting by a very talented Park team tonight.
How do you see this game? Maybe Wyoming Park a little quicker, South a little bigger?
Well, I think the starting lineups are going to match up pretty good size-wise. Park does like the run. There's no doubt about that, and we saw some classic breaks from them the other night, just like you draw them up on the old board. But South likes to press a little bit. They'll run when they can and so forth, so it'll be a good ball game.
Okay, we'll be right back with the opening tip-off, starting lineups right after this message. On Michigan Building and Mechanical is underwriting the game tonight, and we'll be right back. Back here at Rogers High School about 4 minutes before tip-off. First off, let's cover the officials for tonight's game. They are on the left, Mr. Rodney Dial, and on the right, Mr. Kerry Hammond. Mr. Dial's from Muskegon, and I believe Kerry Hammond is from Kentwood, or is it the other way around? No, I think I got it right. And, of course, tonight, we're very thankful we have Michigan Building and Mechanical is underwriting tonight's telecast, and they're very proud to be doing so. For a furnace or air conditioner, see the experts at Michigan Building and Mechanical, your indoor weather experts. With 3 locations to serve you, Michigan Building and Mechanical carries a full line of Carrier and Trane heating and air conditioning equipment. Michigan Building and Mechanical also carries a full line of humidifier parts as well as all size filters. Come see both the Carrier and the Trane equipment lines on display only at Michigan Building and Mechanical. So thanks, people, for underwriting this. There is a cost to putting these on, and if you are a business or an organization that would like to underwrite one of these telecasts, give us a call at the station at 532-6467. Ask for Greg or Brian, one of the gentlemen there, be more than happy to help you out. We have another graphic, Coach. We're going to show the tournament bracketing that we've had here. We saw a good game on Monday night where Wyoming Park defeated Rogers, and as we mentioned before, South Christian drew the bye, and that's where we are tonight. And then last night, Caledonia defeated Godwin, so the winner of tonight's game will play Caledonia on Friday night. And pretty good look at Caledonia last night. They've got some pretty good speed, but they also have one pretty good ball player in Todd Bloomers there. He's averaging over 20 points a game, and did a very fine job.
Well, I'm sure they're very happy to have drawn that bye and stepping right into the finals after the great victory last night, waiting for the winner of this game to play in the finals. So this game tonight ought to just be a powerhouse of a game. It ought to be a lot of fun to watch. Both these teams are talented and got a lot of speed and a lot of hustle and pretty good shooters, so it ought to be a pretty good ball game.
Well, of course, the winner is going to advance to the Friday final, and with hopes of going on to the regional, which will be at Grand Valley College next week. And the winner of this district will play the winner of the Spring Lake District on Wednesday. So mark that calendar. And if one of the teams from Wyoming, or one of these two teams right here, wins this district, we will follow them to Grand Valley. If they don't, then we'll look around and see if there's another school in the area in the tournament yet. But we hope very much, of course, that one of these two teams comes out of this one as a winner, and we can follow them, as we did last year with South Christian. As we mentioned, we followed them to Unity Christian Regional, and it was just exciting. And we look forward to that again this year.
Well, last year that tournament almost turned into a South Christian Holland Christian final. We had those two teams earlier in the year. We were kind of hoping that's the way it was going to turn out last year, but Muskegon Heights, with a very good team, come in and played spoiler.
Well, we are an all-volunteer crew, and tonight I want to mention once again we have Pete Salamone with us. Thanks, Pete, for coming out again. And our camera people are Tim Medendorf, Ray Vandervelde, and Josh Braemar. Our floor mic is Jeremy Medendorf. Rick Cornelis is on graphic. Doug Hansen is our director once again, and Greg Lockwood is our producer. So we're happy to be here with our volunteer crew and to bring you the excitement of high school sports. You can't beat it. It's the best there is. You can't get a better buy, as you said, Lyle. $4 can't buy you a better, more exciting ticket anywhere. The public address announcer is Kurt Bowles, and we'll be going to him in a moment, but he's got some announcement he has to take care of before we have the national anthem, which is going to be sung once again by Mark Strotenboer, who does a very fine job. The teams will be introduced alternately again, as they do in all tournament play.
Don't participate in the learning process. Good sports are winners because they know that sportsmanship begins at home. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, would you please rise, gentlemen, remove your hands, as Mr. Mark Strotenboer sings our national anthem.
Let's honor America with our national anthem. Once again, a very fine rendition by Mark Strotenboer of the national anthem. And looking around, Lyle, it looks like we've got about standing room only. As look across the way, don't seem to be very many empty seats, and I just looked up behind us and doesn't seem to be there either.
There's a few in the corners up in the nosebleed sections, but those I'm sure are going to fill up long before we get this thing underway.
Starting for Wyoming Park at one forward, a 6'4" senior, number 5.
Number 5 is Jonathan Goey at one forward for Wyoming Park.
A 6'4" senior, number 23, Eric Rinalda.
Eric Rinalda, number 23 for South Christian. Brad Brunette, 6 foot, 165-pound senior for the Vikings.
Brunette coming off a great game on Monday night, Coach. He was all over the floor and just did an exceptional job.
Tony Westhouse, a 6'6" senior, junior rather, 185 pounds.
A 6'6" junior, number 31.
Tim Hugawin, 6'6" senior.
6'5" senior, number 53, Pete Skur.
6'5", Pete Skur. So you see we're going to have some height on the floor tonight, Coach.
Park is not small with Hugawin and Goey in there. They'll match up pretty good with South Christian.
Ryan Rickert, number 14, is 6 foot, 150 pounds. Brad Gibbons, 5'9" junior, quarterback of the South Christian Sailors. So, point guard, Gabriel Kimball, number 23, 6 foot, 155 pounds for the Park. And number 32, Mark Finema.
That'll be a good matchup again with the big men. We saw Hugawin the other night just have an excellent game against his counterpart, Jonathan Hoogerhide from Rogers. Skur we've seen before, and he's an excellent big man, so we ought to have a good battle on the board again tonight.
Stay back a little bit so we can see. I think we're going to have problems. Well, as we mentioned, the officials for tonight's game are Kerry Hammond and Rodney Dial. The athletic directors for the both schools are Tom Dykema and Dick Locke. Been around a long time. Thanks for the cooperation, guys, and a special thanks to Ed Van Alsberg, who is the tournament director for this District 98 tournament. So, center will be number 31 for Wyoming Park, Tim Hugawin, and number 45, Tony Westhouse for South Christian. I don't think the student body is going to sit down at all. They're going to stand up the whole game, Coach, so we'll just have to battle it. Tip going out of bounds, and it's going to be South Christian's ball.
Well, they're here to watch their schools play.
Well, they're enthusiastic, and you wouldn't want it any other way.
That's for sure.
Brad Gibbons, number 5. 23 is Eric Rignalda. 45 is Tony Westhouse. Inside 53 is Pete Skur. That pretty well sets it for the South Christian Sailors. Exception of Mark Finema, number 32. Shot's no good. Goey off with a rebound. Way ahead. Looking for Brunette. It's not there.
You can see what they want to do. There's no moss going to grow underneath their feet. They're going to get that rebound, and either with a long dribble or the outlet pass, they're going to be gone.
Gibbon on the side to Finema. Rignalda inside to Skur. Nice jumper, won't go. Goey again on the rebound, but it's knocked out of bounds by Eric Rignalda. So, no score with 7:18 remaining in the first period. Less than a minute gone in this contest. Goey driving into the lane, puts it up, no good. Brunette with the rebound, no good. Battle for the rebound, and Skur comes off with it. Wyoming Park back quickly on defense, doesn't allow South to break. Finema will drive the lane, put it up, no good. Rignalda with the rebound, puts it back, and South has a 2-0 lead.
You can always see the effects of that matchup between Skur and Hugawin in there, doing a good battle on both boards.
Rickert is 14. As you can hear, the student bodies of both schools just really whooping it up, and we expect to hear that all night.
South in a little 1-3-1 zone now. They like to get that ball to the side and double team it there, so Park's going to have to be careful.
Well, Kimball did a nice job of penetrating that time, putting it up and scoring 2. Skur with a turnaround jumper, no good. Gets his own rebound, puts it back, no good. Finema with it. He's fouled.
South is going to the boards hard early in this game, and the white shirts going to have to pack it in there and contend for those rebounds. Otherwise, they're going to have their hands full.
So Mark Finema will go to the line for the Sailors. Good free throw shooter. Good free throw shooting team. They shoot over 71% on the year as a team, Lyle, which is really good for high school.
You bet.
Wyoming Park's not far behind him in that category with 67%. So makes one, it's 3-2. Steele, Rignaldo with a layup, no good. Hoogerwin fighting for the rebound. Going to be a held ball. Alternate possession is going to go to South Christian.
Like we saw the other night, when that ball gets loose on the floor, they were going down after it, and that time we had 2 or 3 bodies contending for it.
Well, it's going to be Wyoming Park possession.
Possession arrow is pointing towards Christian, but I think they control the tip. The ball should go to White. And the arrow shouldn't be pointing this way until the ball is inbounded.
Right. I think he changed it, maybe.
Now the arrow is correct. They changed the arrow after the ball becomes alive on the following possession, so they got it straightened out now.
Okay. Kimbrough driving. He'll go right down the middle and feed off to Brunette. Nice job. Well, we've seen that many times this year, Coach.
A great assist, no doubt about it.
Oh.
Brunette took care of it at the end.
4-3 Park. 5:40 remaining first period. Cinema driving. The foul's going to go on Rickard, who felt a real... No, wait a minute. We'll wait for the call. 31 Hoogerwin. We're going to take a look at it here on this drive. I thought Rickard had all ball from behind. We'll see it right after this free throw. But evidently, Hoogerwin got him. 4-4 tie. 5:40 remaining first period. Fenham at the line. The second shot, in and out, rebound, Goey. We'll get a look at that later. Turnover, Fenema down quickly. He'll drive right in the lane, put it up, good. Mark Fenema.
The Sailors know how to push the ball up the floor too, and they've got good team speed, and they're not afraid to go right after it.
Well, I'll tell you, there's an awful lot of talent on this floor out here tonight. One of the finest matchups we've seen all season.
It's kind of tough to think that South only finished third in their league this year.
Burnett with a layup. Ties it up at 6. Rignaldo wasn't looking for the pass. It went by him. Kimball back quickly to Burnett. Driving, no good. Fenema with a rebound. He's back 3-on-1. Puts it up. Good. And lob. Lob to Westhouse. 8-6 South Christian. And this is a quick pace, folks.
The South is increasing that pace by using that full court and that half court zone trap.
Kimball for 3. No, it's short. Gibbons with a rebound. Brings it back up. From the corner, Rignaldo for 3. Count it. 11-6 South Christian.
The South has made up their mind they're going to dictate some pace in this ball game by using this zone press.
That foul is going to go on Eric Rignaldo, I believe, number 23. Had to be on 23. Either Kimbrough or Rignaldo both have 23 numbers.
That's correct.
Well, we're approaching the halfway mark here of the first quarter with 4:08 remaining. Score is 11-6. South Christian has the lead. Wyoming Park will inbound. Kimbrough's 23. And now Adam Smith is into the ball game for Wyoming Park. And so is Gene Dittenberg. We saw Dittenberg do a good job the other night for Park off the bench. Can't really say off the bench. A lot of these guys, they run 7-8 people continuously. And they really, you only can name 5 starters, but
That's
you got
correct.
about 8 or 9 guys who can start any ball game.
They're all capable, no doubt about that.
The coach has got to decide which 5 begin the ball game. There's Smith for 3. Good, count it. 11-9 South Christian.
He came off the bench the other night, did just a great job. He had 6 or 7 points the other night. Started quick, just like he did tonight.
Goey doing a good job of getting a hand on the ball on the press. Now Adam DeBryan, number 11, is in for South Christian, along with 24, Ben Benting. So both coaches going to the bench early, as usual. Goey with the rebound. He'll bring it out. Looking ahead. He has Skur on him. With 3 from the side. Count it. Rob Smith, number 32 for the Park.
Smith boys doing it again tonight, just like they did the other night.
3, tip no good. Dittenberg battling for the rebound, out of bounds. Gonna be South Christian ball. Chris Kuparis in the lineup for South Christian now, number 42. So we've got Gibbons, Rinaldo, Skur, Kuparis, and Fenema for the Sailors. Gibbons with a rebound, puts it up, no good. Rinaldo with a rebound, up, it's blocked. Jump ball, alternate possession, will go to the Sailors. Well, they had all ball that time, Coach.
Rinaldo's a pretty big kid. He went up, and all Dittenberg did was stick his big paw up there and make a nice block. Watch the block if you can see it here.
Skur with a layup. Good. 13-12, South Christian. 2:20 remaining first period. Inside to Smith. Back out to Rickert. To Smith. Right around the horn to Dittenberg. Good ball movement, but that's going to be over and back.
Of South Christian and the student section of Wyoming Park, please be seated so that all individuals can see tonight's game. We thank you for your cooperation.
Feed into Skur. Dittenberg with a block, and again, this time he calls for the foul.
Well, they're definitely having trouble getting the ball over top of Dittenberg. There's no doubt about it. Both blocks. The first one was a good block. And the second one, he got a piece of it. Never even had to leave his feet.
Tim Hugen went back in the lineup for Park. Skur at the line. This is the first.
Coach Tom Vanderklay, using that bench, has been able to give every one of his regulars a rest here in the first period, so he's going to keep them fresh.
Makes a second, make it 14-12. And now Cabrillo Kimball back in the lineup for Park. As Adam Smith did a good job. Block, ooh. Burnett came down hard on the floor. We got a foul called.
Well, he and Eric Rinaldo both went up for the rebound and got tangled up coming down. They both hit the floor pretty hard.
Boy, it made me flinch the way he hit that floor.
These are a couple of tough kids, and I'm sure they're going to be bruised a little bit, but they're going to hang right in there and play hard.
Good ball movement by South Christian to break the press, and a layup by Fenema is good. Come up by 4, 16-12 with 1:50 remaining first period. Kimball, Rickert.
The South has used that 1-3-1 defense, Coach. Used it for a full court press, a half court press, and they've backed in and play half court defense with it. They've been using that 1-3-1 pretty effectively, mixing it up all over the floor.
Hugelwin takes the ball to basket, draws the foul on Skur. His first, team's second, but he was shooting, so he'll go to the line and shoot 2. Makes the first. Tim averages about 13 points a game for the Vikings. Good. Pulls within 2, 16-14. South has the lead with 1:30 remaining first half. Nice jumper, no good.
Well, Park returned the favor, put a little full court pressure on of their own that time, and forced the Sailors into a little bit of an errant shot.
Kuperis missing that shot, getting a little bit of a rub from the Viking student body. That won't bother him. All the way across to Kimbrough. He'll take a three. Good. Gabriel Kimbrough for three. Puts his team up by one. 17-16.
We know what he can do when he gets that kind of time. There's no doubt about it.
Well, Wyoming Park putting the press on, but South Christian, a very seasoned team and experienced, know how to break that press and pass the basketball. They don't dribble. Good, crisp passing.
As much as they use it in a game, and they must use it day in and day out in practice, so it's something that's not new to them.
Eric Rinaldo for three. No good. Kept alive by Skur. Rinaldo picks it up. Drives it. No good. Gets his own rebound. Puts it up. 18-17. South Christian. With 25 seconds remaining in the first period. Kimball to Goey. They'll go for one and try to get it quick enough to get one rebound if they could. Hugawin looking. No help. Feet in the middle. Stripped away. Skur has it. 11 seconds to go. South Christian will try and get a shot off. Eric Rinaldo with 5. Feed in the middle to Caparis. No good. That's the end of one here at Rogers High School in the district semifinals. District 49. Your Michigan Building and Mechanical score is the South Christian Sailors 18. The Wyoming Park Vikings 17. We'll be right back after this message of importance on WKTV.
This is your butt. There are many things you can do with your butt. Your butt can make you a winner. You can use your butt to celebrate. If you insist on sitting, at least take your butt around the block. At night, your butt can get you noticed.
Nice butt.
Whatever you do with your butt, get off it.
Well, Coach, is about the pace we expected. I don't know if they keep that up all night.
It's a fun pace to watch as a spectator, and I'm sure the student body here and the adult fans are really getting a big kick out of the style of play by both these teams.
Well, that first quarter was brought to you by Michigan Building and Mechanical. For all your needs for furnace and air conditioning, for heating and air conditioning, give them a call. They're at Bayern Center, Michigan on Plainfield Avenue and also in Ada. You'll find them in the yellow pages under heating and cooling. Wyoming Park on the alternate possession. Rickert is 14. Goey is 5. Hugawin 31 is in down low. That's Cabrillo Kimbrough 23 and 33 is Brad Brunette. So that's the 5 for Park starting the second quarter. For South Christian we have Brad Gebbins, Eric Rinaldo, Tony Westhouse, Ben Sportel, 41 is in there, and 45 is 53. Wait a minute, got to get the fifth guy. 32 is Fenema. Kimball, no. Sportel high for the rebound. Rinaldo with a high feed to Skur, it's not there. Tries to save it to Sportel. Battle for it, going to be a jump ball. Alternate possession is going to go to South Christian. Well, we've had that 3 times tonight already, Coach, which tells you the intensity of both of these teams going after every loose ball and really fighting it out.
You can actually hear them hit the floor on these loose balls.
Sportel inside to Skur. Skur with a turnaround. Good.
That was Westhouse, Coach.
Was it Westhouse,
Number
Tony?
45.
Okay, Tony. 6'6", up high on that turnaround. Kimbrough feeds Hugawin. And that's going to go on Westhouse as a block.
That's his second.
Tony not too happy with that one. I think he figured he had the baseline cut off.
He was doing a pretty good job of backpedaling, but looked like Hugawin had just a step around him.
But as we mentioned other nights, those are the toughest ones to call, whether it's a charge or whether it's a block. And they're right there on top of it, has seen who had what position. Rickert and Kimball out front now. Rickert driving. Feed to Kimball. Kimball will take the three. Good! Rickert drew the crowd to him. Dished it off nicely. 20-20 is the score. Kimball driving. Puts it up. It's good! Park with the lead by 2. 22-20.
He is so quick in the open court. It's very difficult to stop him. He actually split a pair of defenders to get to the basket.
Finema for 3. He answers. Brunette down deep. Pass was just a little bit too high for him, Coach. He lost his balance there. What do we got for stats for that first period?
Well, statistically, Park shot a better percentage, but they were only 3 for 6 from the two-point line. South shot a few more times. They had 18 shots, made 6 for 33%. Park was 3 for 6 from the three-point range. South 1 for 7, so pretty even scoring. Rebounds 10 for Christian and 8 for Park. Turnovers only 5 total by both teams in a game this fast.
Well, we got 2 new guards in for Wyoming Park now. We got Nick Conrad and Adam Smith in. As Rickert and Kimball get a rest. Well, the Park is used, as I've got it, 9 players already, and South Christian 8. Well, make it 9. Ben Benting is in there now for number 24 for South Christian. He's called offensive. It's going to be on Pete Skur, number 53.
That's his second.
Team's 6th. So on the next one, they'll be shooting the 1-1. Wyoming Park will. Wyoming Park has 5 team fouls. 13 is Adam.
Careful about getting that ball in the corner, Coach. Just right there, you can see that Christian likes to double team that ball on the wings and in the corner, so Park's going to be careful about putting it down there.
Now that fouls on number 10, Nick Conrad. Park's 16 foul. Pete Skur with a layup.
Great low post positioning. He got his body down deep, kept the defensive man off of his butt, and turned and wheeled and laid it right in the basket.
The steal. A turnover by the Park. South Christian leading by 3, 25-22. Brunette. Defending against Benting. Benting gets it. Bruce Gibbons will take the 2. And moving inside, doing a nice job to get the rebound was Chris Rebo, number 33, and fed it off to Skur, I believe it was, wasn't it?
It was Skur. Nice feed, no doubt about it. Big man made a real low feed and got it right to him. That was Rob Smith.
Well, we've got some players waiting at the bench as the next dead ball to come back in. Some of the starters have had a rest now with 4:19 to go in the first period. It's a 3-point lead, 27-24. Pass inside to Skur, he can't handle it.
Well, there's going to be players waiting at the bench all night long. Neither one of these teams are going to go too long before they make a substitution of some sort.
22nd timeout by the South Christian Sailors gives us an opportunity to tell you that this ball game is underwritten by Michigan Building and Mechanical, who are proud to bring you this telecast. For your furnace and air conditioning needs, call Michigan Building and Mechanical, located in Byron Center on Plainfield and also in Ada. Well, Coach, I've got South Christian. I'm just adding it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 ball players. And here we see that feed to Skur. And Wyoming Park with 4, 6, 9 ball players in. So we see 19 players on the floor in this first half.
Well, if they're going to play at this pace, they're going to need the bodies to do it with, and both these teams are pretty talented and pretty deep, and neither coach is afraid to go to his bench.
Shows you exactly how deep they are. They don't only use them when they have to, they use them regularly. Goey on the drive, no good. Looks like Gibbons, nope, Fenema with a rebound, comes out with it. Bortel feeding Skur inside, he puts it up, and that's going to go on Hugawin, I believe. Or Benting it was with the assist there. 24. It's a 3-point lead. South Christian has it.
2 on Hugawin. Pete Skur fits right in the mold of the big post players we've seen this year. And he's as good as there is in the area. We saw 2 fine ones the other night in Hoogerheid and Hugowind, and Skur is not a step behind. He steps right in there and uses a lot of good muscle moves to get to the basket. He's a good one.
And in the tradition of South Christian.
You bet.
Eric Rignalda back into the lineup. As Ben Benting goes out. And we have Kimball and Rickert back in. We have the starting 5, it looks like. We do for Wyoming Park back in now. And I believe both teams, except for Sportel, is in for the Sailors.
You notice the Sailors are in a 1-3-1 defense. The Parks are going to try to counter that with a 2-guard front, trying to split that point guard on the defense.
They work it around the perimeter. There's Kimball penetrating. Burnett with a rebound, puts it back, it's good!
Using a 2-3 look against that 1-3-1, that gives them people open on the wings, and that's what they're going to try to go to.
Mark Fenema for 3. 32-26. South Christian with a lead with 3 minutes remaining first half.
That's his second 3, and they're going to have to keep a hand in his face because he's a pretty good outside shooter.
Kimball driving, looking, doesn't get help, he's fouled. Looked like he was looking for somebody to come down the lane that time.
Well, they got that ball down the corner again. We know what happens when they get the ball down the corner against this defense. It's going to get doubled and keep a lot of pressure on it.
Take another look here at Fenema from the corner.
You bet.
All net. Pretty. We have a timeout on the floor. 20-second timeout, so we'll keep it right here. Tell you that the score is 32-26. We will be back here Friday night where the winner of this game will take on the Caledonia Fighting Scots. So they won last night over Godwin High School and won their way to the final game. And of course then hopefully we will follow the district winner to Grand Valley College.
Talked about the talent of these kids out here on the floor, Coach. We got a couple of talented young coaches on the benches here. Coach Tom Vanderklee from the Parks and Coach Ken Hiskas. He's been at South forever, taking over this year as the varsity coach. He's just doing a great job.
Cinema looked for the 3, but he wasn't there. It wasn't there because Rickert was out on him real quick. Rignalda now on the left side, looking inside for Skur. Skips it all the way across to Fenema, drives the baseline. He gets Rickert in the air. And I think that's going to go on Ryan.
Well, Rickert's kind of caught between a rock and a hard place. They got Fenema over that corner, and they got Skur in that low post. And Rickert's trying to help out down there, trying to give us some weak side help to Hugowind on Skur. And that skip pass across there to Fenema in that corner. Rickert has to get on his horse, get back there and cover.
So Mark Fenema. A lot of these names on both teams are very familiar to our television audience, Lyle, is not only from basketball but from the football season when we do it. And of course Mark Fenema, one of the finer running backs around that they had.
Both these teams loaded with football players, no doubt about it. Good football schools.
Huga went driving, good. Rickert drove, drew the people to him, dished it off. A nice assist by Ryan Rickert.
That's what happens when you get penetration down that line. Somebody's got to come to stop you. It's going to leave somebody open.
Lob inside to Skur is good. Rignalda with the assist. 34-28, 6-point lead for South Christian. Brunette. Back out to Kimbo. And again, looking to penetrate. Rickert to Brunette. Not there. Kimball will take the three. Off the front of the rim. Brunette with a rebound.
I think Fenema got a piece of that shot by Kimball, just enough to throw it off course. You can tell Christian wants to run too. Every shot goes up. Fenema's got to step towards the other end, and he's hoping that South's going to come down with a clean rebound, and they're going to get a quick one on the out.
Ben Sportel and Tony Westhouse back into the lineup for South Christian. Goey feeds right back to Kimball. South doing a good job of reacting and getting out on him, not giving him a great opportunity for three. There you see Kimball driving the baseline, a nice jumper for 2 points.
He only needs a step on the defense, get such a quick release.
Pulls his team back within 4, 34-30. Fenema has Rickert on him, working the left side. Vignola will give off to Gibbons over here. There's a steal out front by Rickert. Can he control it? Yes, they do. Goey does, gives it back to Rickert. Rickert puts it up, he's fouled.
That was a great two-man effort by Goey and Rickert. The ball got loose. Rickert started for it, saw that Goey's going to get to it. Started to the basket. Goey did a nice job picking it up and getting the ball to him to draw the foul.
50 seconds remaining in the first half. Take another look here.
We got the tail end of it. We got the foul by Rickert, but the play started with a bat away by Rickert, then a two-man break between Goey and Rickert.
Pulls his team within 3, 34-31. Pete Skur back in the lineup now for the South Christian Sailors, replacing Ben Sportel. Good. 34-32, 2-point lead. We're under 1 minute to go in the first half. We're at Rogers High School, District 98 tournament basketball. The winner will advance to the finals against Caledonia on Friday evening. Looking for the lob inside.
Well, they put a back pick on Dittenberg that time, trying to get Westhouse to scrape off and go to the basket, but Dittenberg did a nice job of recovering, got a big paw up in front of it, and the pass went a little bit errant.
Hugawin back in now. And Hiska's playing a little bit of offense-defense as he's been sent Sportel back in now and put Skur back on the bench.
Well, he's trying to protect some of these guys with a couple of fouls. I'm sure he doesn't want to see anybody with 3 of them going into halftime.
30 seconds to go. It's probably a pretty good move. Brunette out front. Kimball looking. Goey. 20 seconds now. Brunette feeds inside to Hugawin. Loose ball. South comes out with it. Rinalda. Gebben down the side with 10 seconds to go. He'll drive the baseline, put it up. It's no good. Loose ball. Fenema picks it up, puts it in. And there's the buzzer ending the first half. We're going to take one more look at this one.
Well, this is just great individual hustle. It looks like Parks are going to come off with a clean rebound at the end of this play, but South kept it alive, and Fenema come up with a loose ball and put it right back in. Watch the scramble here, that loose ball. There's Fenema at the end, putting it right down.
So your Michigan Building and Mechanical score at halftime here at Rogers High School is the South Christian Sailors 36, the Wyoming Park Vikings 32. We'll be right back after this message for WKTV Wyoming Kentwood Public Access.
On the big highway of life, there's only one safe place for kids. Backseat, baby. The front seat's not the place to drop out. Don't want that big old bag to pop out. Backseat, baby. Put that booties in the backseat. Backseat, baby. Act like the kids you never meet. I'm here to remind you to put them behind you. Backseat, baby. Wow! Let me hear it. Backseat, baby. To stay alive even when I drive.
Well, back here at halftime at Godwin High School, the score is 36 for South Christian, 32 for Wyoming Park at Rogers High School, excuse me. And we'll remind you that this ball game is being underwritten by Michigan Building Mechanical, who is proud to underwrite WKTV's telecast of high school basketball. For a furnace or air conditioner, see the experts at Michigan Building and Mechanical, your indoor weather experts. With 3 locations to serve you, Michigan Building and Mechanical carries a full line of Carrier and Trane heating and air conditioning equipment. Michigan Building and Mechanical also carries a full line of humidifier parts as well as all size filters. Come see both the Carrier and Trane equipment lines on display only at Michigan Building and Mechanical. And they have offices in Bayern Center on Plainfield Avenue and on the East Belt Line in Ada. Give them a call. They'll be happy to supply your heating and air conditioning needs. Lyle, what do we got for stats?
Well, statistically, both teams shot pretty well. Park 8 for 15 for 53% from two-point range, and South was 11 for 25 for 44%. Both of them hit their share of threes. Park 4 for 9, South 3 for 9. So the scoring was pretty balanced by both ball clubs. Rebounds, South Christian did a little better job on the board. They've got 14 to 10 for Park. Turnovers, surprisingly, only 8 apiece for each team. You have to see the pace of this game to understand that that's not very many for as fast as these kids are moving.
It's protecting the ball pretty well.
Right. Free throw shooting 4 for 4 for Park and 5 for 9 for South. The scoring, Mark Fedema has done a pretty good job from the outside, while chipping in 14 points, while Pete Skur has been manning the inside game for South with 11 big ones, and Cabrillo Kimball for Park, 12 big ones in that first half.
And the stats were close and the score is close, 36 to 32. Remind you once again, we'll be right back here at Rogers High School on Friday evening for the finals of this district, which will be the winner of this game will play the Caledonia Fighting Scots. And should Wyoming Park or South Christian win this district, then we will follow them to the Grand Valley State College next Wednesday evening.
We better get in the habit of calling that Grand Valley State University.
University, you're right.
Hearing from us.
That's right, you're right. I'm sorry, folks. It is State University.
And a great one at that.
Well, I go back to the days when it was Michigan State College, and I had to learn to do that one. And when I went there, I learned to say university. So
I can remember when Central Michigan used to be a teacher's college.
Yeah, that's right.
They were a university, so we're dating ourselves, Coach.
Yep. Wyoming Park in the alternate possession, controls starting the second half. Kimball driving, puts it up, no good. Hugawin, big rebound. Pulls his team within 2, 36-34. So immediately Kimball with a penetration, Hugawin with a follow-up. Eric Rinalda is 23. Mark Fenema 32. Brad Gibbon drives the lane, puts it up, no good. I think it was partially blocked. Goey will push it up to Kimball, but it's 1-on-4, and so Cabrillo wisely holds it up, gives it off to Goey, and they'll set up their half-court offense. Brunette driving, puts it up, left-handed layup. Nice job of switching hands, going to the left hand.
Nice touch around the basket, Coach. He's not a very big guy, but he sure knows how to take it to the hole and does a nice job with the ball when he gets there.
So we have a tie score at 36 with 7 minutes to go in the third period. So Wyoming Park answering here with a 4-0 run early in the first minute. Gibbons feeds off the side to Rinalda for 3. Good! Well, Eric Rinalda answers. 39-36. South.
Taylor's done a good job of finding that open man along that baseline. That's your third or fourth free from practicing that same spot. So Park's going to have to watch for that shooter along that baseline.
Goey feeds Rickert. Rickert on the baseline, puts it in. Jonathan Goey with a nice assist. Rickert moving without the basketball. Nice backside cut there. Brad Gibbons. Benema looking inside for Skur and Westhouse. Skur has it with a turnaround. No good. Rebound Rinalda again. Puts it up on the glass. It's good.
Good job by Goey that time, Coach. He picked up Skur after Hugawin fell down and prevented the ball from getting down low, but Rinalda did a nice job of finding the opening for a basket.
going to go on number 32 for South Christian, Mark Benema, his second, team first of the half. Wyoming Park inbounds from the side. They trail by 3, 41-38 with 5:45 remaining third period. All the way across to Kimball. Kimball with a little jumper, puts it up, no good. Hugawin, rebound, will put it back. Good.
A good positioning on a weak side by Hugawin. He knew that ball was going to either go in or come off that backside on the shot by Kimball off that baseline. Just great positioning.
Benema feeds off to Skur. He drives the baseline. We'll see who that's called on.
I think it's going to go on Hugawin.
It is, 31. That his third, according to the board. It is his third, I believe.
It is.
It's going to bring Dittenberg back into the lineup up to the scorer's bench right now.
Well, if he has to set for any period of time, that's going to hurt the Park a little bit. Dittenberg's a fine player, but they need some of that muscle that Hugawin offers them.
Dittenberg back in. Adam DeBryan back in for South Christian. Skur makes it good, puts his team back up by 3. Bryan's a sophomore. 5'9". Brunette will take the 3. Nails it.
You gotta like what the Brunette brings to the table for the Park. He does it inside and outside. Great hustle on defense. Works the boards hard. Not being a very big guy, but just a lot of heart.
Then steps out and nails a 3. Good job. Benema, 32, working the right side. He's picked by Kimball. Kimball has a 2-on-1 with Rickert. Rickert will lay it in. No good. Kimball gets a rebound, puts it back.
What goes around comes around. He made a nice assist to Rickert, who missed the easy one in there. Kimball, Johnny on the spot, put it right back in.
Park up by 2, 45-43. Benema, Skur, or Westhouse rather, battle for the rebound, draws the foul, and I believe that's going to go on Ryan Rickert. It is. His second. Team second for the half. He'll inbound at the baseline. Benema with a jumper, but he's bothered by Kimball. Kimball doing a good job of getting up defensively.
I don't think they realize how high he can get up, and he had a big paw on his face.
He can elevate. There's a nice little touch there by Kimball, as you see him work around the first man, pull up, and with that quick release, as you mentioned, get in there. South Christian wants a timeout as they trail by 4, 47-43. We have a full timeout, so we'll take a break for a public service announcement for WKTV TV 50 for Wyoming, Kentwood, and Gaines.
Your parents are always bugging you to get out of the house and get some exercise. But you've got your own way of doing things. You're your own person. You don't need to follow the crowd or the rules. And the last people you want to be like are your parents.
Johnny, tell them what they want.
Well, South Christian led by 4 at halftime, Coach, but now it's 4-point lead by Park. They put a move on here in the third period with 4:11 to go.
The big thing I think they've done is pick up their intensity on defense. They've also tried to push the half-court offensive game of South a little further out, forcing Skur to come out a little higher to get that ball, not get too many good chances down that low block. But some great steals and defensive work by Kimball has really ignited them.
(47-45). Goey working, gets it inside to Nick Conrad. Adam Smith is in. Conrad will take the 3. Good! Nick Conrad. Lead is 5, 50-45. Well, we want to wish a happy birthday to Miss Dawn Mast. Happy birthday, Dawn. With 3:37 to go, it's 50-45. Skur will drive it. Goey on him. Takes the jumper. Good. That's his touch. Elevate, get up there. Nice soft touch on it. Goey now being picked up in the backcourt. Gets it across, feeds down the lane to Smith, puts it up, no good. Skur grabs a rebound.
Smith lost a handle in there. He had a good look at the basket, but lost a handle on the ball and got up a shot I'm sure he didn't want to take.
That's Nova for three. Ties it at 50 with 3 minutes to go in the third period. 50-50 is your Michigan Building and Mechanical score. Nick Conrad and Goey, along with Adam Smith, Dittenberg, and Rob Smith for the Park. Jonathan working out front. A lot of pressure on him as they double team the ball. He feeds off down the lane. Smith can't make it go. Westhouse had his hands on it but couldn't control it. Went out of bounds.
You got to see Goey handle the ball to appreciate what he does for a big man. He's a good ball handler, and they got him on the outside, drawing Fenema a little bit further away from those boards. But Goey is a great ball handler, does a good job of penetration, made a nice assist inside that time.
Well, we have Kimbo and Hugawin back in the lineup now, along with Brunette. Adam Smith stays in, one guard with Goey. Hugawin driving the baseline. Blocked by Skur. Gebbins will bring it up. Into the corner. 24 is Ben Benting in the lineup. Fenema will take the jumper from the key. No, scramble for the rebound. Good job by Adam Smith. Score is tied with 1:50 remaining third period. Jonathan Goey will take the three. No. Fenema comes off with the rebound. The break isn't there, and so they'll set it up and set up their half court. Looking inside. Feeds Chris Kuperis for two. So Fenema with a nice assist. Kimbo all the way across. Brunette is open. Puts it up. Good.
That's a nice touch. He had to change the elevation on that shot to get it off and floated it right in the basket.
Benting for two, no good. Rebound Goey. Brunette looking inside for Hugawin. Not there. Now Hugawin will drive, put it up. No good. Smith will hustle for the rebound. Up feed into Burnett. Burnett to Hugawin. Good!
A little bit of an excuse me basket there. He lost that ball on the way up, and he didn't manage to come back down, but good muscle move to get the shot off.
Turnover by South Christian. Second this period. None for Rogers. Goey. Rogers, I said the Park, I mean. Park with a 2-point lead, 54-52. Goey will set it up out front. 14 seconds remaining. Out 10 in the third period. They'll try for one shot at 6. Looks like Kimball will take it. Nope, Goey down the lane, puts it up, no good. So at the end of 3, the Michigan Building and Mechanical score, Wyoming Park 54, South Christian 52. We'll be right back after this message. We're WKTV, your sports channel for Wyoming and Kentland.
100% unadulterated energy. You have no choice but movement. You aren't acted on. You are action. You have the power to make the world a better place. You already know how to do it. Volunteer now for the American Red Cross. Call your local chapter for details.
Well, Coach, the Park outscored them 22-16 in that quarter. Trailed by 4. Now they lead by 2.
Well, they needed to get back into it and give themselves a lead. The 5 different individuals scored for the Park in that period. The Sailors had 3 different scores, the big score being Renault, who chipped in with 8 in that third quarter. Just a great job by him.
So South Christian will control the inbounds with alternate possession, 54-52. They trail. .32 is Spinema, 53 is Skur. Off his fingertips, Hugawin has it. Kimbrough controls. Almost lost it out of bounds.
The Sailors will overload the defense on whichever side that Hugawin is on, leaving that skip pass to the backside wide open, and the Park can see them. They're going to get some threes over there.
Burnett driving. Well, he saw an opening. Delane took it right in.
Well, that was on that backside. They are floating 2 and 3 people in the area in which Hugawin is hanging out.
Lob pass to Skur. He kicks it back out as he couldn't control it. Finema for 3, no good. Underneath. Jonathan Goey comes out there clapping his hands. I think the foul is going to go against South Christian.
Going against Skur, and that's his 3rd.
Oh, Pete Skur with 3.
Hugawin had great defensive position, and Skur had no place to go but over top to try to get that rebound.
56-52. Rickard all the way back out to Kimbrough at the top. Rinaldo almost had to steal there. Just missed it. Goey. Kimbrough. Brunette doesn't take it. He'll put it back out to Kimbrough. It's 6.5 minutes now. There's Kimbrough. Good. Boy, he just floats in the air there.
He just needs a step, and every time he steps around a defensive player, he's dangerous. Shoot the ball.
There's
Look
a
at the
steal.
steal.
The layup is good. 60-52.
Cabrillo is one of those types of kids, coach, that does things in bundles. Makes one big play, comes right back with another.
We got a full timeout. So your Michigan Building and Mechanical score. We're going to take a look at the replays. All right, take a look right here, Coach. They were very patient handling this basketball.
Watch Kimbrough make the shot. Almost got fouled. Turns around, makes a steal, goes right back down for a layup.
So they've opened up an 8-point lead with 6:07 to go. Ken Hiskus. Take a look here. Back the other way.
Here comes the steal.
He'll just take it all the way and lay it up.
He beat 2 defenders that time, getting himself to the basket. He's got great body control and good footwork.
So 6 quick points by the Park. Puts them up by 8. It was 54-52 at halftime. And they've scored 6 unanswered here in the third period. With 6:07 remaining. Brad Gibbons bring it up. 23 is Eric Rinaldo. 32 is Spinema. It's Kimball on him. Gibbons looked for the 3. It wasn't there. Drives inside, looking for help now. Got to get it back out. Does to Rinaldo. All the way to Westhouse. Spinema for 3. No. Hugawin.
Brunette.
No. Brunette for the rebound. Rinaldo, good defensive play there to cut off the passing lane.
Got his hand up just in time. Looked like it was a clean lane down through the middle there, but he stuck his hand up and deflected the ball.
60-52. Goey will take the jumper. No, it's long, and it's off Brunette's back.
Look for Park to be a little more patient there in that series, but Goey did get a step around his man, had a pretty good look at the basket. I think he surprised himself a little bit and overshot it.
Adam Smith back into the lineup for the Park. Give Kimball a rest. No, Kimball's still in there. Rinaldo for three again. Count it. He's dangerous.
That's his fourth one.
Excellent job by Eric Rinaldo. Pulls his team back within 5. 60-55 gives him the first points of this quarter. 5-minute mark. We're down to 4:45 now. Kimball driving for three. In and out. Battle for the rebound. Skur has it.
Adam Smith just about had that ball down at the bottom of the basket. You don't know how it stayed out of there.
Rinaldo tried another three. This one didn't go. Park comes back with a rebound. And Wyoming Park wants a full timeout. So we'll take a break for a public service announcement. Remind you that your Michigan Building Mechanical score, the Vikings of Wyoming Park 60, the Sailors of South Christian 55.
Over 2 million acres of our wildlands burn each year, and hundreds of homes are lost as a result.
At least 50 homes were burned to the ground. Dozens more were damaged as fires raced through dense brush and steep canyons.
Flames don't know the difference between forest, rangelands, and homes. Learn how you can fireproof your home. For more information, contact your local fire protection agency, state forestry office, or the USDA Forest Service.
Well, 4.5 minutes remaining in the season for one team, and neither one wants it to be them right here.
That's for sure. The shooting continues to be pretty darn good. Park 16 for 30 from two-point range, 53%, 50%, 6 for 12 from 3. South not too far behind, 15 for 36, two-point range, 42%, and a big 5 for 12 from 3 for 42%. Rebounds about dead even, 19-18. Turnovers not far behind, 10-8. With Christian holding the edge on the most turnovers.
So Wyoming will inbound. 60-55.
Well, South came out into a man now after that timeout, so Park's going to have to settle down in their half-court offense and get used to not playing against that zone.
Kimball driving, feeds off to Goey. He'll take a three. It's good.
You gotta like Goey, Coach. He missed that wide open shot on the baseline, just a second to go, but a great athlete came right back, found a beautiful opening for a three and put it right down. Just a lot of confidence.
And a turnover on the inline. Must have stepped across the inline, inbounding the ball. Lead is 8, 63-55. Brunette took a look at it. It's not there. He'll get it all the way across. Tried to get it to Kimball. Couldn't. Westhouse stole it. Gibbons bring it up. 8-point lead. 3:40 to go. He's had 2 turnovers on the inbounds over there, unforced.
It's just being a little bit careless, just too much, too anxious to get the ball back in play and get the ball down the other end of the floor.
Well, that's going to go against Adam Smith, the 13. His second. Team 4th. So we're not anywhere near the bonus yet.
Both teams doing a good job of staying out of foul trouble in the second half.
Ryan Rickert back in now as Adam Smith goes to the bench after having done a tremendous job for the Park here. Gibbons driving, does a nice job, but it doesn't go. Tip in, no. Rickert with a rebound. Save by Gibbons, I believe it was. Jumper no good. The putback. A I didn't get it. I
Ben
couldn't see it.
Sportel on the
I
basket.
thought so, but I couldn't see. The student body standing up in front of me here. I can't see it. Take a look at
Well, watch the penetration here. Goes all the way in. Then the ball gets loose on the baseline. Rickard gets two-timed in here, trying to get the ball over to Kimball. Has it batted right out to Sportel, who puts it, takes the rebound, puts it right back in.
So Sportel can pull his team to within 5 as they trail by 6. He does. 63-58. And Skur comes back in the lineup now, replacing Sportel, who's done a tremendous job for the Sailors.
Well, that's what you need. Kids coming off the bench. It's just a quick spurt, sometimes only for a minute or two. Need some production on him, and Sportel gave it to him.
Kimball to Rickard. Rickard driving, gives off to Goey. Goey puts it up and blocked by Skur. Now Goey in the corner. Kimball will set it up. We're under 3 minutes now with 2:55 to go in the ball game. We'll see who that one's on.
It's either going to be on Fenham or Skur. Both of them are right there. That's his 4. Pete Skur.
We're just under 3 minutes remaining in the contest at 2:54. The lead is 5, 63-58. Nice feed to Rickard, puts it up, scores, draws a foul.
That's pretty tough play against that little zone, but Rickard snuck right in behind it, got a nice pass on that baseline, and just put it up for 2. They were so quick into the play, I don't think South had a chance to react.
No good, put back by Goey. And the lead is 9, just that quick, 67-58.
Great heads-up play by Goey. Just took the ball while it was still in the air and put it right back in the basket.
Nolda tried the 3, no good. Gibbon with a putback is good. We got a foul called away from the ball. I think it's going to go on Westhouse. Tony Westhouse. He has 3. The lead is 7 with 2:30 remaining in the contest. And Kimball will drive. Feed off to Burnett. Puts it up. Offensive foul. No basket.
Too bad, because that was a nice play. Kimball did a nice job taking that ball coast to coast. Great feed to Burnett. Just too much momentum going forward and an offensive foul called.
Gibbons will bring it up. Fenema will drive the baseline, puts it up, good. Mark Fenema.
What a workhorse he's been tonight, Coach. He's done it inside and outside, just been all over that floor.
67-62. Goey has it in the forecourt. He'll give it off to Kimball, and we're approaching the 2-minute mark. 2:02 in the ball game. Booger Hyde, no good. Got a little bit deep that time, Coach. Just a little bit far under.
Couldn't get the right English, bringing it back to the hole.
Skur, no. Hoogerwin with a rebound. Stripped by Gibbon. From the corner, blocked.
Well, that was great anticipation by Gibbons on that outlet pass from Hugowin to Rickard. Gibbons just waiting right there and took the ball right away from him.
Well, we've got a 20-second timeout by the South Christian Sailors with 1:40 remaining. They trail by 5, 67-62. And we've got a ring-dinger of a basketball game here tonight, just the way we thought it would be.
Well, look for South to keep the pressure on defensively now. Full court anywhere they can, just keeping the pressure on the ball. Park's going to have to take care of it, possibly let a little air out of it if they can, and then try to score. They don't want to sit back and play not to win.
Neither team
not to lose, I mean.
Neither team in the bonus yet, Coach. Is that a factor?
Well, that gives them fouls to give. So in the crucial situation, somebody getting a breakaway to the basket, you can look for a foul. They'll try to keep it from being an intentional call. I don't look for too many clean shots underneath the basket or close to the basket.
Wyoming Park with 16 fouls, South Christian with 5. South Christian controlling now with 1:35 remaining in the contest. Gibbons out front. That's Skur, 53. Rignalda Fenema. Gibbon. Setting up Rinaldo for three. No. Goey with a big rebound. Gets it off to Kimball. Kimball will take it down the middle. No, he'll set it up. They'll be patient here with 1:12. They just will run a little time off, I'm sure. And Kimball moving around real good. Oh, Brunette's got it. And feed to Hugawin. Good. 69-62, under 1 minute, 58 seconds.
There's great patience on offense, moving the ball around. Got behind the defense on a 2-on-1. Found Hugawin for an easy layup.
Skur driving the baseline, puts it up, no good. Brunette with a rebound. Trying to work his way out of there, gets it to Goey. Bring it across the timeline with 30 seconds. Hugawin. No, he tried to dunk. It wouldn't go. Rickert got the rebound. Well, that's a case where you've got to make the layup, Coach. Forget about the dunk.
There's no doubt about it. There should have been an easy layup. I'm sure he had confidence he could have made the dunk on that. If he had, he'd have brought the house down.
Yeah.
But in this case, 2 points would have looked awful good on that board up there.
It would have been a 9-point lead instead of 7. Where now it's a 3-possession game. He could have easily.
Well, he does things the hard way. He's really a hard worker out there, and he's made an awful lot of tough baskets. I think that one came too easy for him.
Yeah, and we don't mean to be critical of the
No,
young
sir,
man.
not that guy.
Because out of the ball, the contribution that he's made to this ball club, there's no way you can be critical of him.
No, sir. I just think, like I said, it was too easy for him.
Yeah. You take a look at it here. And I think it kind of just got away from his fingertips there a little bit.
You got to realize how many of those he's probably made during the year and in practice. He probably does it in his sleep. The one time where he wants it bad, it just doesn't go for him. But a great athlete and done a good job all season for the Vikings.
69-62 is your Michigan Building and Mechanical score. We'll remind you, people, that we'll be here Friday night for the finals. The winner of this game against the Caledonia Fighting Scots. And we'll have the regionals next week. If you would like to underwrite one of these contests, contact us at 532-6467 and ask for Greg or Brian, and they'd be happy to talk to you about it. Or if you see one of us at the ballpark and would like to underwrite one, give us a little note, will you please? Because we do have to pay the Michigan High School Athletic Association to telecast these tournament games. We do not have to pay during the regular season, but we do the telecast of tournament. So thanks to Michigan Building and Mechanical for their help for underwriting this game and also the finals on Friday. Well, 26 ticks on the clock. It's a 7-point lead. You're at the free throw line. You need both of these, Coach.
No doubt about it. You got to go back to about 1 minute 30 seconds here, and back-to-back big rebounds by Goey and Brunette to keep the Sailors from putting the rebounds back in the basket for easy layups. But they just went to the board, came off with big rebounds, and ignited a basket or two for the Park and kept them where they're at. It was a 7-point lead.
Gibbons makes the first. Excellent free throw shooter. Shoots well over 80% from the line. So if you want somebody at the line, he's the man you want. Rebound, Skur, no good. Loose ball picked up. Fenema puts it up, no good. Out of bounds, it's South Christian ball under their basket with 20 seconds to go. Inbound to Rinaldo. They'd like him to shoot the three. He's been hot tonight. 24 was Bentig took the shot.
And it was blocked by Goey.
And then Goey got the ball, and I believe he was fouled, right?
Did a nice job. Brought the ball right in. They covered it up and forced the Sailors to foul to stop the clock.
Well, we got 14 seconds on the clock right now. Wyoming Park has possession of the basketball. It looks pretty good for them right now. They've got it in their forecourt with 8 seconds, 7 seconds. Goey at the buzzer. Final score, the Wyoming Park Vikings 69. The South Christian Sailors 63. And Coach, we couldn't have had a better contest than what we've seen here tonight.
That was just great. The last 2 or 3 minutes has been as exciting as we've seen all season long. Both these teams scrapping tooth and nail, trying to get back in or hold a lead, or the other one trying to get back into it. Just a great fourth quarter.
We're going to be back in a minute, but before we do, I just want to say to the South Christian Sailor seniors, and they are Eric Rinalda, Mark Fenema, Chris Rebo, Ben Sportel, and Pete Skur. Thanks, guys, for a lot of excitement. You've had great careers, and keep in focus the success that you've had, even though you didn't advance to the finals here tonight. It's been fun watching you on the football field and the basketball court. So good luck in the future in whatever you do. We'll be right back with a wrap-up and tell you about Friday's final game between the Vikings and the Fighting Scots.
Get me? I'm gonna be ready to get them.
They just shoot. They don't care who gets in the way.
I wanna be respected. This gets me respect, know what I'm saying?
I'm afraid to walk to school. Okay?
Yeah, I might die. Everybody dies.
Kids shooting, kids getting shot. They're all victims of gun violence. The killing won't stop unless you help stop it. Call 1-800-WE-PREVENT for free information. Not one more lost life. Not one more grieving family. Not one more.
I don't want to die.
Well, the final score once again 69-63, and we'll take a look at that tournament bracket that we have here. Now, as you can see, the finals will be Friday night with Caledonia having beaten Godwin. They'll play Wyoming Park, who, of course, beat Rogers the other night, and now South Christian tonight. And that'll be on Friday night, and we'll be here to give you that ball game. And once again, that replay will be on Friday night at 11:30 and Saturday at 11. This game right here will be replayed tomorrow at 3 o'clock. Coach, what about the scoring and the stats?
Well, the score, 69-63, a lot closer than the score indicates. That 6-point spread wasn't much more than that throughout the ball game. As a matter of fact, the Sailors had a nice 2-point lead at halftime. Park came right out, an 8-0 run, took the lead and never relinquished it. And the stars for tonight for both these teams are just too numerous to mention. You can go right up and down those rosters, each team with 3 players in double figures. For South Christian, you had Ronaldo with 18 and Fenema with 16 and Skur with 17. For the Park, you had Kimball with 20 and you had Brunette with 15 and Hugoin with 12. But great floor games by Rickert and Goey also for Park. Numerous rebounds, numerous assists, leading the fast breaks, getting the ball down the floor, and just coming up with big play after big play. The same thing with Fenema on the South Christian side of the board. And Tony Westhouse played a great game in there on the boards. And like I said, just too many stars in this ball game. Too bad one of these teams had to lose. A great season for the Sailors. They ended up 14-7, if my figures are correct. But they just had a great season. And congratulations to Coach Ken Hiskus and his crew. He did a fine job stepping in there for the first time this year and taking over this Sailor helm and just doing a great job. But it's on to the finals for Wyoming Park, and statistically, they had a good game tonight, shooting 55% from two-point range, 47% on 7 for 15 from three-point range. Christian not far behind, 40% at two-point, 6 for 18 from the three line, 33%. Rebounds were just about dead even, Coach, 26-25 favor the Park. And the turnovers, 27 in the game. Not as many, more than each of these teams would like to have had, but that last quarter, the pace was so furious. That's where a majority of these turnovers came. As a matter of fact, 9 combined for the two teams. Free throws, 9 for 12 for South Christian, 4 for 5 from the Park. Just a great high school basketball game.
Well, we've mentioned many times about this being the best entertainment in town, the best way you can spend $4, and that certainly was the case tonight. Got some friends behind us here. Did you figure out which way to put that flag now? The first time you had it backwards. You know that, don't you? Huh? Okay. The friends from South Christian. But the winner tonight is Wyoming Park, and they'll go on to the finals against the Caledonia Fighting Scots. And we want to thank once again Michigan Building Mechanical for underwriting the game tonight. Michigan Building Mechanical is proud to telecast WKTV's high school basketball. For furnace or air conditioning needs, see the experts at Michigan Building and Mechanical, your indoor weather experts. 3 locations in Byron Center on Plainfield Avenue and Ada. So for Pete Salamone, Lyle Berry, and the whole crew here, this is Ray Pueller saying good night and be good sports, everybody.